Good morning. Welcome to my Tuesday Coffee and a Card Live. It is Tuesday, July 1st. I can hardly believe it, a brand new month, and I am not ready for it. Let me tell you, I think I'm still stuck like about the second week of June. So anyway, Friday is the 4th of July, Independence Day. Praise God for this wonderful free country that we live in. We usually celebrate with my daughter and her family, but they are still on vacation. So this year, I guess hubby and I will be celebrating alone. But that's okay. We like each other. It should be just fine. Our weather is a little cooler here today in Middle Tennessee. Cloudy, only a high of 83, which, believe me, is low for what we've been going through. It is nice relief after the heat wave we've recently had. And we have a chance of rain. Hi, Janet. Hi, Karen. Glad you guys are here. I'm going to come in my screen. It takes forever now, for some reason, for my business page to load, but I'm going to bring it up and see if I can find myself. Hi, Shar, glad you are here. Okay, I don't know if I missed someone. I saw something roll up there, but I might have missed you, and I'm glad you're here. Whoever you are, happy July. No kidding, Shar. It's crazy. Anyway, my name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years now, and I love what I do. I am here to help you find the joy of card making and paper crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make that easier and more fun for you as you create, and then to encourage you to send out those beautiful creations to others to make their day. The goal is to eradicate loneliness one card at a time. I so love that. So if you're thinking of someone, if someone comes to mind, someone that maybe you've never sent a card to, but just cheering up might be all they need today, get that card in the mail to them. All right, I'm finally up. Finally. That's how long it takes to load my business page. Do not know what's going on. Oh, I'm up, but my video's not up here yet. Huh. What the heck? Let me try to load it one more time and we'll look at that in a minute. But it looks like people are popping on, so I'm pretty sure I'm where I should be. Thank you, Karen, for sharing me. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to say hello in the comments. Let me know that you're here. I love to know when you stop by. If you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. Hi, Laurie. Glad you're here. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments you leave today through when I do the drawing on July 3rd. So you have today, tomorrow, and then whenever I get to it the next day to leave your comments, and then I will draw from all of those and give away the project that we make today. I love to hear from you, so enter as many times as you like. Congratulations to Shar Curcia. She is on here watching. Hi, Shar. You won my last card, and that is on its way to you. Thank you for watching and commenting. A reminder that if you can share my video to a crafty group, to a crafty friend, to your home page, send it by email, whatever you want to do with me. If you can send me somewhere else, it gets me exposure for my small business that I wouldn't otherwise have. I appreciate it so much when you do that. So please let me know if you do, and I will give you a bonus entry toward today's card. Okay, this came up again. Oh, yay. Now my video is there. Okay, I just always worry until I can see that it is where it should be. Let's see what else I want to tell you. I think that's about it for here. Let's take you down to the table. So I'm going to turn you around. You can see my gray clouds out there. It is cloudy, which is okay. I don't mind at all, especially because I had to go to my daughter's and water plants and garden today. So having the clouds and the coolness will be wonderful. This is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. We do have a rewards program going. For every $20 or more online order you put in, you will automatically receive 10% in rewards on a future purchase. This is wonderful. You can put that order in, and 15 minutes later when the system has reset, those rewards are available and you could put another order in. Or you can combine orders and keep your rewards going. They're good for up to a year, and you could save them to reward yourself with something fun that you want to get in the future. Maybe a big purchase like a cut and emboss machine or the glass mat, something that you want to save up for and treat yourself. I have some cards to share today. So let's get started. These first ones are the little trading cards that my friend Lori from Oregon sends me. They are adorable. She does them for every holiday and just some fun things. This one says Happy Birthday America and has little stars punched out. This one says if it makes you smile, giggle, or laugh, do it again. And I love that. And occasionally I'll stick these in cards to some of you, so you may have received one of these. On the back they do have her name and date, which is totally fine with me because she made them. This one says Happy 4th of July, but they are just a fun little item to receive in your card. So thank you, Lori, for always remembering me. I so appreciate you. My next one is from my friend Joan in Arizona, and she sent this with her check for In Color Club. And it is one of our newer kit cards. This is, I don't know if this came out 2 months ago or the time before that. Every 2 months we release, or every month I think we release new kits. This is beautiful, Joan. This was one of my favorite kits. I bought it. It's sitting somewhere here. I have not done it yet. All of the cards are super clean and simple, white on white with some little bits of color, but not a lot. I think they are elegant and beautiful, and this kit is gorgeous. Let's see if she put the name in here. Nope, it just says from a Stampin' Up! Kit. But they are on the line if you check out the kits collection. Really, really, really cute little card kit. Thank you, Joan, for sending me that. And then she also sent me a 4th of July card. Look at this, all the sparkle. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful, Joan. Thank you, thank you. And she always finishes them out so nicely in the middle. But I like what she put in here. Our Republic is like banana bread. Even if you don't always like all the nuts in it, you gotta admit, it's pretty good. Happy 4th of July. How cute is that? Thank you, Joan, for thinking of me this 4th of July. And then I have one more 4th of July card from my friend Char, who I know is on here watching. And she used the starburst or sunburst technique to make this great 4th of July card. My favorite is gingham, so she's using gingham on there. Look at that, the blues and reds. Added a little sticker here with some beautiful, shiny, glimmery, glittery fireworks. I love it, Char. Thank you so much. She finished the inside with a little strip of that gingham, which I always think is fun to bring the outside of your card to the inside of your card. Super cute. Thank you, Char, for thinking of me and sending a 4th of July card. I love it. Okay, guys. Today we are playing with... Oh, wait, I'm not even done. I forgot to tell you things. Gosh, how can that be? Okay, let's move this out of here. I have a couple other things. The 30 Days in June scavenger hunt. This ended yesterday, guys. So I am going to give you today and tomorrow and the 3rd to send me a picture of what you have for your answers. So just take a picture of it. You can post it in the comments of the pinned post at the very top of my Facebook page. Just put it in there in the comments in the next 3 days. And then on the 4th, I'll go through them and I will do my drawings. So from all of the correct answers, I will draw for one of the paper packs, the Designer Series paper assortments that I showed you. And then I will take anyone who didn't win that one and all the rest, whether your answers were right or wrong, and I'll put those in a drawing and draw for a second assortment. So thank you to everyone who played along. It was a lot of work, I know. It was a lot of work for me to get the 30 posts up, but I know for you too. But I hope that it got you in your catalog and looking at the different pages and seeing how the different cards in here can inspire you to use those layouts and make your own cards. And that was the whole point of it, was to get you into the catalog. So I hope you had fun with it. We'll have 2 drawings on the 4th or whenever I get through all of the entries, and I will give those away and I'll announce them here on this page. So thank you. But that is now closed for any more pictures going up. You still can enter. You can go back through all of my posts. They're numbered 1 through 30. Number a page 1 through 30. Get out your catalog and find the pages you think were the inspiration for those cards, and you could still enter now through the 3rd. Okay, Paper Pumpkin. It's a new Paper Pumpkin month. You have till the 10th of July to order this Paper Pumpkin kit. For July, it's going to be this adorable strawberry box here. It looks to be a wonderful kit. We never know until we get it. It is going to be cards and anything for summer, and the gingham again and the strawberries. I don't know how we can go wrong on it. I'm excited about this one. We also have the new Coordinating Circle of Seasons dies add-on. This is a $12 die set. It cuts out all of these pieces right here, and it coordinates with all 3 of these sets. So different parts of it coordinate with each set as you go. It's a great deal for $12. Here's the number, 167277. You can only get our exclusive add-on dies if you have an active Paper Pumpkin subscription. So be aware of that. Make sure that it is active. And then, it's my birthday month. How could I forget to tell you this? It is my birthday month. July is my birthday month. And because of that, I am offering an additional special. This is in addition to my free card kits. It's in addition to anything Stampin' Up! Puts out. It's in addition to my drawing. This is my birthday present to you. Notice it says I'm stuck on you, so I'm giving you glue. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I will post a link to this flyer at some point today on my page. I will also be doing a blog post on it and probably sending out an email with it. But for the month of July, every time you hit $100 in orders, you can pick one of these 9 adhesives and I will send it to you free. So it's the Tear and Tape, the Stamp Plus, Seal Plus Refill, the regular refill, the Stampin' Dimensionals that are black, the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, the fine tip glue pen, the multi-purpose glue, the regular stamping dimensionals, or mini glue dots. You can pick which one you want, and I will send it to you. So if you get $100 in orders, you pick 1. If you get $200 in orders, you pick 2. If you get $300 in orders, you get 3. There is no limit to what you can earn. And for this one, I am going to add your orders so that $100 doesn't have to be in one order. If you order $80 one time and then later in the month order $25, that would put you over $100, and I would send you an email or a message to pick your adhesives. So that's kind of fun. You don't have to put them all in one order. Be aware that any of our promotions, the ones I do, the ones Stampin' Up! Do, are always are the amount that you are actually paying for. So if you have an $80 order before shipping and handling and tax, and you have $20 in rewards coming, so you take those off of there, that means that order only counts as $60. That's just the way it is, because that's the amount that we are making any profit on. The part that's free to you, we're not. So I would be losing money if I did that. So just be aware, it has to be the amount you are actually paying, and then you can add them up. And we can do this as you go, or at the end of the month, I can let you know if you haven't picked your adhesives. So these will all be sent out the beginning of August. The adhesives will come to you in a cute little zippered pouch, assorted colors, okay? And it'll have a cute little thank you tag on it. I haven't done those yet, but I will. So if you ordered the seal refill, then this is how it would come to you if you ordered $100 in orders. If you got to $200 and you said, oh, I also want to add the liquid glue, then I would throw that in, and you would get this little pouch with 2 of those in. If you had 3, you would get 3 of those in. If you're going to have too many to fit in one pouch, then I will worry about that then, because that would be a good problem to have. So I can decide what to do. But yes, all the month of July, celebrate with me. All of your orders will earn a bonus adhesive. Yay. How could I forget that? And then the annual catalog, still going strong, still beautiful, still full of ideas. But guys, do not be limited to your catalog. Please, please go online and check out all of the products we have to offer in our online exclusives, our last chance products, our kits, our memory keeping. There is so much out there, and I don't want you to miss out, guys. So this is wonderful. It's full of ideas. It's beautiful. It's great to have, but check out online. Okay, that is enough of that talking, huh? Let's get busy here and make something fun. So today's card is going to be using the Playing in the Rain bundle along with the foiled frames and labels ephemera packet. Unusual today, because today the card that we're making, I have all the pieces, but I have not put together yet. I didn't have time to do one ahead of time, so I got everything I think I need to make what's in my brain, and we're going to see how it works. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I'll bring it back out at the end again. The first thing we're going to do is do the inside of our card, and I already pre-stamped it with Memento black ink, and that was because I thought I was going to be using my blends on here, but I changed it up and I'm only using markers. So it's not a bad idea, even with markers, to make sure that your ink is really, really dry before you start coloring. But because I'm using markers, it's not quite as big of a deal. If you're using our blends, which is our alcohol inks right here, then it's very important to make sure this is completely dry. But the markers are a little more forgiving. So honestly, in a minute, I'm going to show you the other pieces I colored for this card. And you're going to see that more and more I am mixing my blends with my markers when I'm coloring. It doesn't mean I'm mixing them up together, although you can do that, and sometimes I do. But I use my blends more now for my larger images, just because that beautiful brush and colors so well and you don't get the streaks like you do with markers. But for my little images, I'm using markers more and more, the Stampin' Write markers, especially since we have this new felt tip end on them, which I love so, so much. So I'm just taking my Darling Duckling here, and I'm going to color in the centers of these little flowers, and I'll show you where they came from when we're done coloring here. Just like that. Now the Darling Duckling does have a little bit of a green undertone, but it reminded me very much of the center of Daisies, which I like because I think they have just that hint of green undertone. I'm also going to use, oh, did I forget and put it away? I think I put it away. Let me grab it. I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green marker, and I'm going to color in the leaves on here. So just give me a second to get those done. Now this marker is my old type. The old markers had a little really fine point tip so that you could write with it and color in these small little areas. And I liked them, I did, but they would tend not to hold the ink as well because it was so, so tiny. All the ink would go down to the other end, and they make it just a little bit harder to color. So you can see as I'm putting this green down on here, I'm struggling with it a little bit more than I did with that yellow. I think this is the only one that's like that I'm using. I think all the rest of mine are new. I'm gradually replacing them as I need them. And then we're going to take 3 colors. So we're going to take our Berry Burst, Timid Tiger, and Pretty in Pink. And the reason I chose these colors is because these are colors that are in the Designer Series paper that we're going to be using in a minute. So you can see down, when I touch this felt pen down to the end, Oh my gosh, the ink just flows out immediately. It fills in my little area, and I don't have to struggle like I had to with that other fine tip. Let's do one more. Let's do this guy up here also. So again, these are the colors. You'll see in a minute the designer series paper I'm going to put on this card as a layer, and these are the colors that were in there. So I just looked on the back of the designer series paper, looked and saw what it said, and those are the colors I pulled out. So this one is Timid Tiger. I love Timid Tiger. This is another one of our new in colors. It is a beautiful orange. I love pumpkin pie too. I love yellows and oranges. Those are like my colors. But pumpkin pie has been my favorite for forever. So when Timid Tiger came out, I thought, ugh, what do we need another orange for? But Timid Tiger is a little different, guys. They're probably interchangeable on most things, but they are slightly different. And I really like this Timid Tiger a lot. And then let's do our last two flowers in Pretty in Pink. This is also one of the in colors, but this was from the last bunch last year. And it was a returning color. Every now and then we do that because in color trends, some of our old colors come back in the trends and they're the perfect colors. So I don't mind at all when Stampin' Up! Does that. So this Pretty in Pink was formerly a color. It went away. And then it's back as of last year. You have one more year. When the new annual catalog comes out next, this one will go away. Okay, there's our little pink. So cute, cute, right? Now let's add our sentiment to this. So I'm going to show you what product I'm using here. We're using Playing in the Rain. This is on the last chance list. It was originally $26 when it came out. And now it is $13, guys. Oh my gosh, what a great deal. Look at how cute. It's got the little fox and the turtle and the bunny. Oh, happy day. Rainy days are better with you. Clouds and flowers and rain and puddles. Super, super cute. Also, to coordinate with it are the dies, the Playing in the Rain dies. These cut out all of these images, except for the sentiments, but all the images, as well as a little tree stump, a kite, the little tail for the kite, a bridge, grass, two different kinds of grass going two different directions, a little butterfly. These are things that are not in the images. They just cut them out. So lots of bang for your buck here. This is also on sale. It was originally, I don't know what it was. I didn't write that price down for some reason. But it is on sale now for $17.50. So for for $30.50, you can get this bundle, which is a super, super great deal, guys. So we're going to use this little sentiment that says, oh, happy day. And I have used this on lots of cards. Think of who you could send that to. Oh, happy day. You got a promotion. Oh, happy day, you started a new job. Oh, happy day, it's your birthday. Oh, happy day, you get to go on vacation. Oh, happy day, you retired. Oh, happy day, you got your cast off. Any of those things. Lots and lots of things are oh, happy day. So this is a great one. I'm turning this upside down so it's closer to me. I'm going to stamp my sentiment up in this corner, just like that. Oh, happy day. All right, let's get rid of this. And we're going to bring in this. So now let me show you the pieces that I am starting with here, okay? These are things that I've prepped before. I did the Oh Happy Day and the flowers on the envelope, so it matches. And what I am using that I wanted to show you is our new ephemera pack. This is an online exclusive. It is foiled frames and labels ephemera pack. So it has gold edging on them. And these are great for getting layers on your cards, making your focal points. They're just wonderful for that. I think they're just fantastic. And the really cool thing is, not only can you punch out the piece in the middle, like I did here and hope to use it, then there's also attached these little borders that you can punch out and use. And then you can cut this in half and you could use the outside edging on there too on a card. So lots and lots of edges for these projects. Now this comes with 2 sheets of 3 different designs. So this is the first one right here. And this is the second one. And this is the third one. And again, you're getting 2 sheets of each of those. So that is a ton of labels and borders for you to use. And it gives you a wonderful focal point for your card to set off whatever you're doing. So we're going to be using these today. I pulled out the one. So let's just put our Oh Happy Day on the inside of our base. This is an Old Olive A2 base. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. My little layer for the inside is 3.5 inches by 5, which is that cutting template I've showed you many times. I just keep a bunch of them cut up in here. You cut your 8.5 by 11 paper at 5 inches and then cut that apart at 3.5, 3.5, and 3.5. You'll be leaving a little strip at the bottom. And then that leaves you a 3.5 inch section after you've cut that off. So then just cut that by 5 and 5, and you're going to have an extra little piece down there too. But you get 5 center layers for your card out of 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11. And I know Shar has mentioned a couple times she's been doing this. I really like it. The size works for me. It's plenty to write. If I want to write more, I'll add a little note to the card. But what she mentioned is how much more it shows off that beautiful paper behind it. So whatever color is behind it there, you're going to have more of a border to show that off behind. So I agree with her. I really love the look of it, and that is what I'm doing for most of my insides now. Now here's the paper I was talking about where I pulled those colors from. This paper is from Celebratory Sips, which is that paper that's all about drinks, which is fantastic for summer. All these fruity drinks. There's some little alcohol bottles or non-alcohol, whatever you want to make them. But in here are also some gorgeous floral prints and fruit prints. And the backs of these are all really neutral, so you could use them on just about anything. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This is also an online exclusive right now out there, so it's not on last chance or anything, so it should be there for a while. And we're just going to take this floral piece. It has this gorgeous orange on the back, but we're going to take this floral piece and just add it to our Old Olive base. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. So let's add our seal to this in all of my quarters there. Hope you guys are having a great day. What's the weather like by you? Are you out of that heat wave now? Are you getting some rain? The rain has been really welcome. Our June rain, I'm sorry, we're just in July right now. Let me pull that back up, it's a little crooked. Our June rain was about 8 inches this year, which is over twice as much as we got last year in June. So that was really nice for the garden and the lawn. At this point last year, our lawn was looking pretty brown, but it's nice and green this year, so that is awesome. Also helped with my going over to my daughters and having to water everything. So here is the piece that I punched out of those labels. And I'm going to build a scene on here, but I want to add a little color to it before we do that. So what I did is grabbed a couple of our small blending brushes and ink pads here. This is my Crumb Cake ink pad, and it looks like crumb cake here, but for some reason where the sun hit it, it turned to like a blue on the end and a blue here, and I'm always looking past it wondering where my crumb cake is, but it is crumb cake, trust me. So we're going to take the Crumb Cake ink and my little blending brush for my browns, and I'm going to grab some scrap paper here just to dab off some of the excess. And what I'm going to do is get some crumb cake on there and rub a little of it off onto my paper. Get a little bit more, see where I'm at here. Okay, and once I get it pretty light, I don't want a lot, I'm just going to add some crumb cake across the bottom of this layer. Okay, this is just going to kind of ground my layer like the bottom on the ground where the turtle will be standing and our flowers will be coming up. Okay, so just a little bit of crumb cake. Let's see if I can add just a tiny bit more. Okay, I don't want it too much. I just want it to be the background. So there is my crumb cake. I love our blender brushes, but I've got to admit, I think I like the tiny ones the best. I get the most control with them. I can put my finger right on here. They're tiny, they fit in my hand good. So I'm tending to use the tinier ones more and more than the large ones. If I was doing a really large project where I was doing most of the background, then I'd probably pull out the big ones. But for little things like this, I'm using the little. So for here, I'm using my blue. Now I've told you before, I don't clean these between every color. I use all of my blues on one. I use all of my browns on one. I rub it onto my paper before I start to see how much I have. And then at the end, I rub off as much as I can. So there's usually not a lot left on there, no matter what color I'm using. So I'm just gonna pick up some of our balmy blue, take some of that off on here, and we're gonna add balmy blue to the top of this, like the sky, so. And you can build it up. You can add as little or as much as you want. I'm bringing it almost down to the ground, not completely. I kind of like that little white differentiation here on the two colors, but let's get a little more and add a little darker up at the top here. And the gold on here resists, say that 10 times, resists the ink. So this part here, you cannot tell there's any blue or brown on it. It's just completely resisted. But on the actual paper part of the tag, you can see it. Look at that, how cute. So that's the perfect backdrop for our little turtle setting today. Let me get this out of here. So I'm going to take this and I am going to just attach it right to the front of my card because we're going to be popping up our elements a little bit, so I don't want too much dimension on here. That'll give me trouble going through the mail. And again, I didn't put this together ahead of time. I just colored and punched out what I thought I would like, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to come in here and place this on here. In fact, on the little description on the recipe where I list my ingredients, I did list linen thread, although I'm not sure I'm going to be using it, but I love it, so I have it here just in case I decide to use it, but I may not. So, okay, so here is our backdrop and our flowers, and we're going to build our little image. So for my turtle, he was a little larger, and so I colored him using my blends because the blends eliminate any possibility of those streaks. It just blends really nice and smooth. So larger surfaces, the blends are great. But again, like I told you before, for the smaller parts, these flowers, I used my markers. So don't feel like you cannot combine those. Just use them, guys. Use what you have. And then on all of my little clouds here that I pre-cut, I added just a tiny bit of balmy blue with my marker to make them more blue. Here are two of the pieces that I cut out with crumb cake. These do not have an image that goes with them, and they can either be a puddle, but in this case, I'm gonna make them my ground. So I'm gonna add them over that brown down here so that my little turtle and my flowers are a little grounded. So let me grab my Tombow liquid glue because these are pretty tiny pieces, and I'm going to come and add just a little bit of that to the back of here, and then using my tweezers, my baby little tweezers that you guys know I love so much, we're going to come in here and I'm going to place this almost to the top of where my brown is here over to this side, just like that. Now, again, I'm building this as we go, guys, so hopefully it'll turn out as cute as I think it will. Sometimes it surprises me and it's like, oh no, that wasn't what I thought was going to happen. But I think this one will be cute, I think. I don't know how we can go wrong with these flowers and these turtles, right? Okay. Oh, did you see my cute little Kermit bandage? I was looking to see if I had one with a turtle, but I didn't, so a frog was my closest. This is where Doggy got me last week and cut my arm, and it is healing great. But I didn't want you to have to see my cuts, so I covered it with this bandage. Just as a side note, this bandage Has to be from the 70s, I think, from when my kids were little. Maybe when my grandkids were little, but I don't remember getting them for them. So I think this is old, old, old. I'm going to place this here, going the other direction. So you can see I just flipped it. So now this ground over here, I'm going to get it straight, is the opposite of this one. That way when I put my other images on here, they don't look exactly the same. Okay, hope that makes sense. So now we're going to add our flowers. I'm going to come in here with these flowers and we're just going to pop these up on some dimensionals because we do want some dimension on here. So let's put one here and one here. And because I have that crumb cake down there now, they're not going to just be floating out in the air. They're going to be a little more grounded, like they're growing up out of the ground. And I'm going to have them come off slightly off the edge of my gold here. And you can see now that these are the colors that I pulled from here. So now it all matches perfectly. I'm going to come in here with our turtle. And I'm going to put him here on this other piece of ground right here. And we're going to pop him on dimensionals too. This is such a cute set, guys. I'm so sad it's going away, and I'm glad I get a chance to feature it one more time for you before it's gone. The Last Chance products are only there while supplies last, so they can leave at any time. And if you like the little critters and you don't have your hands on these guys, now's the time to get them at that great discount. So we're going to place this turtle right here on that piece of ground, like that. Look how cute! Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. And now we have these clouds. So let's see how I want my clouds to go. So all three of these clouds stamp with one stamp and punch out with one die cut, which is really cool. So I think I'm going to place them kind of like that because I'm not going to add another sentiment to here. So I'm going to put this one up a little bit, this one over to the side, and this one pretty much on the card. Which will balance okay because these flowers are coming off on this side, so I don't think that that's a problem at all. Let's get some more dimensionals. I think this one only needs one. And we'll place that in here. And this one I think can go with one. I kind of like doing these little scenes. You've seen me do them before. Just taking all the pieces, it's almost like playing with our little, what were those things that we had when they were little? I can't remember what they were called, but you would peel off the plastic pieces and you'd have a scene and you could stick them on and then you could pull them off. They were so much fun for me, and that's kind of how I feel with this when I make them. Can't remember. If anyone knows what they're called, let me know. Those were great. They were kind of vinyl type pieces and just a lot of fun, and you could use your imagination to build your little scenes and then pull them off and try again. Maybe that's the kind of stuff that got me into card making. Who knows? Okay, and I'm going to take this guy and put him off the edge over here a little bit. So there is all of our pieces. Now, I don't know if there's any place for a linen thread bow on here anywhere. That would make sense. So I don't think I'm going to use my linen thread. Even though it was on the list, it had have a question mark because that means I wasn't sure. But I am going to add a couple little brushed brass butterflies for our gems on here. So they just seemed appropriate with the flowers and that turtle, and yeah, got to do it. So let's grab one of the larger ones first. Make sure that when you run your take your pick tool or your scissors that you're getting the glue with it. And let's put this one, where do I want to put him, the bigger one? I think I'm just going to put him right down here by these little flowers. And then I'm going to take a tinier one and put him right here by this. Maybe I should put him on the flower. No, I don't want him on the flower. I'm going to put him right here. Maybe... I know, guys, this is how my brain works when I don't have it laid out ahead of time. This is why I try to lay it out ahead of time. So, no, I think I'm going to put them right there. And then we got to have three, so let's pull in another tiny one. Because there's not a lot of room on here, and I don't want it to overwhelm. Let's see where we want this guy. I think I'm going to put them right up here by the other one, just going a little bit different direction. So now we have our bling. So these flat butterflies are my favorite. Please, Stampin' Up! Do not ever take them away because I love them so very much. But I'm sure they'll go away at some point. Okay, guys, this is our card from today. I have no other samples of it to show you because I didn't make samples ahead of time. But oh, happy day. Here is the envelope with oh, happy day. I wouldn't color the flowers with watercolor on the envelope because if the envelope gets wet in the mail, it's going to bleed. If you wanted to use blends, you could. Just be sure that you put a piece of scrap paper in between because the blends will bleed when you're coloring with them through to the back, and you don't want that. But we're just going to leave ours black and white. Just like that. That is our card. I hope you liked it. Let me bring in the measurements again in case you want to take a screenshot. Here we go, but I will post this also at some point today in the comments, so be aware of that. Thank you for taking some time to be with me. I hope you liked this and learned something from the tips I shared with you. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win today's card. You have until I do my drawing 2 days from now, so just comment away. I wanted to let you know that if you are part of the Global Inspiration Stamp Team group, I want to be sure that you have your calendars marked for Friday, July 11th and Saturday, July 12th. It'll be our next event. It's going to be all about celebrations, and our presentations will go on Friday, I think, for 5 hours and Saturday for 5 hours. So make sure that you've got that on your calendar. This group is a thank you group for our team members and customers. So if you're in one of those categories, please contact me to join if you're not already a part of that group. And finally, I would love to have your stamping business. If you're looking for Stampin' Up! Products, if you have questions on Stampin' Up! Products, if you have questions on anything related to creating, please contact me. I am here to answer your questions and be your creative coach. So if you have anything at all that you'd like to chat with me, please reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I will do my best to be back here on Friday. It is the 4th of July, but I think I can still be here. If anything changes because of the holiday, I'll make sure to post it here on my page, so just check back for that. Have a great week, you guys, and hopefully I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.